Alright. I've officially completed Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. So now, like I have done with Gears of War 4 and Titanfall 2 before it, I'm going to give my thoughts on the campaign while the credits roll. Oh, they're button things?
To my dearest wife Sarah, my son Noah, and my
this is cool.
Abby. If you're reading this, I can tell you with the utmost confidence that I died for something right and just. The cost of war is higher than any one life, and I happily give mine in defense of my men and family. Abby, I'm sorry I didn't keep my promise when I said I was coming home. My hopes for your future gave me the strength to protect everything we hold dear. You will always be Daddy's little girl.
Aww.
Noah, be an honest man. Keep your word. Only use violence as a last resort. You're the man of the house now. Sarah, please keep our baby safe. And find it in your heart to forgive me for leaving you alone. If my last breath is not in the battlefield, then surely it will be in your arms. Keep me in your hearts. Always.
Aww. These are really sad. I guess I'll do one more and then I'll give my thoughts.
Sir, we're behind enemy lines now in the heat of battle. Time is short. You've given an order from which there is likely no return. You did what had to be done. All in. I'm proud of you. You're a born leader, sir. Today was one of the worst days in history, and forgive me for saying it, but it was the greatest day of my life. I did everything I was trained for and more. Together, we fought the good fight. Over Titan, you said we were brothers. I always wanted to know what a family really is. Now I do. Admiral Raines told me that a soldier is only as good as his last mission. If this is ours, then I can say, with certainty, we were damn good, sir. Better to burn out than it is to rust. Medal 1, out.
Oh, that's cool. Alright. Before I press any more, and I will if I have extra time, here are my thoughts on the campaign for Infinite Warfare. I liked it. I liked it a lot. It's very much a traditional Call of Duty campaign. I did like the space battle missions. Those were fun and very different for Call of Duty. They reminded me a lot of classic PC, like, aerial combat games, like the X-Wing versus TIE Fighter and stuff like that. And that is awesome. The game definitely gives you kind of a Star Trek vibe. Mostly because you're commanding a ship, you're selecting where to go, kind of a Mass Effect-y too. So, they did some interesting things with the campaign to make it a little bit more unique. I do have to say, though, that the story was okay. There was some decent character development there. The villain was really half-baked. Honestly, I was not that impressed by Kit Harington's performance. He just, I don't know. It wasn't nearly as good as some of the previous celebrity performances in the Call of Duty games, especially Kevin Spacey in Advanced Warfare. He was probably the best. Story was alright. Basic future military thing. It reminded me very much of a Call of Duty game. So, not bad. But, gameplay was good. It reminded me, traditional Call of Duty. Basically what it comes down to is it's the same old for Call of Duty. It feels the same. They changed a couple things here and there, and those things were good. But it's not anything groundbreaking. It's not anything that, changed the course of anything. Looking at this cast, David Hasselhoff, Jay Farrow. I know they are in the zombies, but Kit Harington. But I mean, it's fun, and if you are a fan of Call of Duty campaigns, I recommend it. I think it's definitely worth your time. It's definitely enjoyable. There was a lot more character development, a lot more interest in the characters in this one than I think there was in some of the previous Call of Duties. But I mean, if you enjoy Call of Duty, it is what it is, and I think people will understand that and appreciate it for what it is. So, I enjoyed it. I thought it was good. I'm excited later on to try the zombies and the multiplayer, just to try it out, see how it goes. But I mean, overall, I think Infinite Warfare was solid. Nothing amazing, and I do think the Call of Duty formula is beginning to wear a bit thin. This was a nice step in the right direction in terms of doing some different things with Call of Duty, but there was still a lot of what is always there every year, and I honestly think they need to take a bigger, more drastic step. Kind of like what Battlefield did with Battlefield 1, which is the campaign that I will be playing next. So, I'm hoping that maybe in future Call of Duties, either they'll go back to the past, which would be an interesting step, or if they're going to continue with the future or like distant future setting, which I mean, they could do a sequel to this game. I'm not counting on it, considering how many people died. But, I mean, you never know, maybe. So, we'll see what happens. It'll be interesting to see what Sledgehammer does in 2017 with their Call of Duty game. But I give props to Infinity Ward. I think they did a good job. I think this game turned out pretty well. It's a solid entry in the Call of Duty franchise. So, those are my thoughts on it. I hope you enjoyed my full run-through of Call of Duty Infinite Warfare. So, yeah, all that good stuff. Now, I'm going to stop talking, and I'm going to play some more of those testimonials, because I think that's a cool little thing to actually get you through watching all the credits. So I'm going to play more of those, so I hope you enjoy listening to them. I hope you enjoyed my playthrough of Infinite Warfare, and look for more playthroughs of other games soon. Next is going to be Battlefield 1, and I'm sure I'll get to some other ones shortly after that. So, anyway, thanks for watching. Now back to testimonials.
Hey, Mom, Dad. When I joined the Marines, I told you that I'm ready to give my life for fighting for a good cause. If I don't come home for any reason, then that's what happened. I hope I died doing something heroic. And in the long run, I hope that I made you proud. I promised myself I wouldn't get close to people here, but it's kind of impossible not to. I wasn't scared here, but I was homesick. Mom, I had a dream last night that you were making dinner. Yes, my favorite pork chops. And we were all at the table together. Tell Aunt Joyce I said hi and I love her. And give Bailey a big kiss and a new tennis ball from me. Everyone here has a mother and father, but you and Dad only have one son. So I'm sorry I didn't make it back. Semper Fi. Your loving son, Todd.
For my dear wife Olivia and my daughter Nesrine. If you are reading this, I guess I didn't make it home. I was prepared to face danger and death. I hope I did so with dignity. My time was cut short, but I had countless blessings. I married the perfect woman. I have a brand new daughter on the way. I'd be selfish to ask for more. I love you, Olivia. Welcome our baby into this world and cherish her for me. Remind her about her daddy. And please, never be afraid to do what you need to find happiness. Nesrine? Hello, sweetheart. I left for this tour before you were born. I'm sorry I won't be able to see you grow up. Daddy wanted to make the world a better place. That's why we made you. Keep me in your prayers and try to do one good deed every day. Be safe, my family. Victor.
My dearest children. Well, as this letter will only be used in the event of my death, it may seem somewhat sorrowful, but I don't want you to see it that way, okay? I have always felt that our stay on Earth, the time we call life, it's a temporary gift to be spent in service of something greater than ourselves. Death comes to us all. It is not to be feared. I loved my job, but I hated war. But the secret mission I undertook every single day was to protect the two of you from anyone or anything that threatened your health and well-being. So promise me you will take care of one another, and please live your lives to the fullest, with all the love in my heart. Mum.
Sir, I'm not quite sure how a son greets his father after not seeing him for a lifetime. Guess I'll say hi, Dad. Finally tracked down your address through the Human Resource Department in Washington. I had to use my birth certificate to prove we were related. I want you to know I followed in your footsteps. I joined the Navy. Thought it would make you proud. If we ever saw each other, we'd have more to talk about. I went to sniper school to be a sharpshooter, but my vision changed. I became an instructor. I'm currently deployed aboard the UNSA carrier Retribution. My mom Sandy passed away this year. I went back to the old house just before shipping out and found a box with your silver star for valor. My mom kept it all this time. I wish I'd known you still lived in Tennessee. I would have dropped by. Could have had a beer and caught up. I forgive you for leaving. I hope you're not mad at me for writing. Thanks for helping bring me into this world. I did my best to be a good man. Maynard Griffin.
Marta, the Navy has made my life a long-distance love affair. The things I love are all far away. My home, my animals, you. I am doing important work. I'm ready for anything, even this. The military did not take my life. I volunteered it. I know this isn't easy. Please don't cry for me or us. Cry for a world that couldn't make peace. I think of you and my heart races. I smile, I laugh out loud, and people tell me I always seem so happy. I am. I have you. Yours forever, Yetide.
Dear Andrew, it's Fleet Week. More ships are dry docked against the dawn sky. I'm home, but it's not home without you. I know I had what every woman envied, a husband that gave life more meaning. You were my handsome better half. Since the day we locked eyes, I thought of you constantly. I still do. The internal drive that earned me my rank cost me a marriage. The Navy imbued me to accomplish the mission and never quit. To that end, I'll never stop loving you, no matter where or when I go. Thank you. Being together was a gift. With love always, Laura.
I knew it! I knew there was an achievement tied to that! I knew it! Alright. There we go. I didn't know half of these songs are in this game. I guess I just didn't see them. I don't know. Interesting. Knight Rider theme? That's awesome. Man, that was a good soundtrack of songs that I never heard in this game. Interesting. And I think that's the end of the credits. Thank you. I appreciate that, Activision. Thank you, Infinity Ward, for making a good Call of Duty. Because that's what you do.